I have a lot of work to do in the kitchen, so I need to clear out this whole entire area. I'm gonna finish up the back here too. We got working on that, and I'm glad I ended up stopping where I did, because for some reason, somehow, some way, I framed my back window wrong. I went and double checked it, and then I went back to the opening and I pulled 48 inches. It was supposed to be 54. Apparently when I started framing it, I just went for it. Now the hardest part is I have this slot in the floor. Never mind, that went really smooth. Ooh. That thing's awesome. You guys ended up telling me the same thing, that I was pretty much overthinking this, which I knew I was. And my best bet is simply doing whatever it takes to get that door in here. So I have 2.5 inches up here that I need to put in a header, so I'm gonna put in a piece of 3/4 inch plywood all the way across with a 2x4 underneath it. That's gonna be my header, it'll slam tight. We'll replace trimmer. We'll replace trimmer over here. I'm gonna get rid of, I think, both of these. That way they're brand new and fresh. happened? Drywall and insulation, both of them should be things where you preserve as much as possible. You never know when you'll need a piece. They don't have to be big. That was the best I've ever done with this tool. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been very successful with that thing. Now, I don't know what exactly happened here, what I was thinking. To me, this window here has been a 4040 since I bought this house. It's what I've been planning on doing. All of you guys said, Matt, you literally said 48 by 54 and then you went ahead and framed it at 48 by 48. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking is the thing. It's 48 wide by 54. Maybe 48 inches down. So I gotta redo this. Not the whole thing, everything's fine. I just need to take out the sill, which I can reuse, which is great. I need to cut 6 inches off of everything and then drop it all down and redo my trimmers on both sides. It's not that big of a deal, but it was definitely a stupid mistake. Some of you guys were saying to keep my light switch over one more just because of the door that's going to be here. Typically you'd want your light switch 1, 2, 3 studs over, 4.5 at minimum. That way once your door jamb goes in, your door goes in, you can trim out and the plate will fit. This is the only time I will put one this close to a door. It's only 2 studs over. We have the king and then the trimmer, and it's right next to it. And the reason for it is because this is a barn door, a slider, so it's not gonna have any sort of trim around it. It's just gonna go in, over, and back. But thank you for the suggestion. You are spot on and correct. Now it looks right. That was a mission. Let's get this taken care of. That piece will do it. A little low, but my wife's like that tall. Is she really? Wow, yeah, she is. She's that tall. It's really small when you hold your hand out. So she can't even reach the ceilings. This will be cool. I like it. I'm gonna build this custom nook all the way around the outside of this thing. Well, I've got the majority of this thing rocked, and I just dropped this little guy here, and it landed right here on my arm. It's not bleeding. Not yet. Nearly cracked my ship in a bottle. Getting a little bit more confident with this thing. I've never really used one of these before. I had an old roto zip, but was never really a drywaller, so I didn't use it much. Still not a drywaller, but using this a little bit more. I would like to try to tackle the arch, just for fun. I've never done a radius with drywall before. Then again, I haven't really done drywall much at all, so that probably makes sense as to why. But I would like to do that radius and see how exactly that goes. All right, let's insulate this. We're gonna start in here. We'll shove some insulation up here, and then we'll get on a ladder, shove it down, fill that back cavity, fill these fronts, get this whole thing situated.
ain't never felt a kind of love like this before. You took all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stare a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. And we can take our time, and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. Darling, tell me all about the dreams you had last night. You can be so restless in your sleep. I ain't going nowhere, always feels so very right. When you find good love, it's the one that you should keep. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down.
I inched myself.
Please don't
Come on, Matt.
of all the things
You're looking like a dummy.
that we can take our time, and we may change our mind.
Odd.
I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along.
Now I just got to figure out how to cut it. Not really know.
If I ever hurt you, dear, oh, I apologize. Heaven knows I ain't no perfect man. I can take another night without you by my side. Please come home as quickly as you can. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could
What a
go
mess.
wrong. We could take our time, and we may change our mind.
Not terrible. I just don't know that it's gonna work, to be real.
Good thing comes along.
If you're ever cutting anything like this, try to mark out a couple scars like that. That allows it to just bend and break. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty content with that. It looks good. That looking good and actually working are two totally different things, though. If this works, I'm gonna be so stoked. First try. I'm so stoked right now. That was rad. I know how to do arches, but that, I'm not even kidding. If you guys don't watch that and think, Matt, you are the best drywaller west of like the little coast you live on, I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys ever do something like that where you don't think it's gonna work out at all and have no faith in yourself whatsoever, and then for some reason it just works out? I've done a million arches, so I shouldn't be too surprised. I think it's the fact that this was with drywall. Let's see if I can nail this too. I don't even know why I said that. This will be where I mess it up. What What happened? Oh, I did so good until the top. Dang it. I'm gonna mud that. It is what it is. It kept floating. I gotta get better at like, whew. We need to figure out what this number is from point A to point B. It's a half circle, right? That's what an arch is. Welcome to Matt's math lesson number 1. That's a circle. That is called our diameter. Do you know what this is called? This is called our radius. Do you know what this is called all the way around here? That is our circumference. In order to get our circumference, we're going to multiply the diameter times pi, which is 3.14. The number that you thought you'd never use in your life, you're using it right now. Our diameter from point A to point B, we have 50 inches. If we multiply pi times that, we end up with 157. 157 is our circumference all the way around this thing. But we don't need all the way around. What do we need? We need from here to here and up. Half of our diameter is what we call our radius. So we can take our radius, which is 25. We can multiply that times 3.14. And that should give us something like 78.5 inches. No drywaller out there is really calculating the circumference of a circle to do what I'm doing. And to be quite honest with you, I don't really need to either. I could just bend a piece and then when it gets from here to there, I cut it. But I like knowing the why. I like knowing the how. I like understanding the numbers of building. And this is one of them. Now you guys know that from here to here is the diameter. From here to here is our radius. And if we want to just figure out here and over, we take that radius, times it by 3.14, which is pi, and that gives us our number from here to there. Welcome to my math lesson. We are done. I've never done this with drywall though, so bear with me. I don't, oh. Oh, they're breaking. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think this through at all. We were going so good. I don't think I cut this right. Don't listen to Matt's circumference. It's wrong. My circumference number is right. I don't know what happened here. Maybe this isn't a true half circle. Now I completely jumped the gun on this and I was super pumped to see this finished out, so I went ahead and taped it and got us to the point where we're at right now. I've wanted to see this come to life for a long time, and this was a whole new thing for me. I think by the time I'm finished with this, it should look pretty close to perfect. This whole thing's been pretty crazy to do because I remember what it felt like standing in this space right here when I bought this house. The nasty kitchen that rolled through here, the doorway into the bedroom was about here. The old chimney for the wood burning stove was right here. It's really crazy to think about how much this floor plan has changed, but not only that, how much the look of the building inside has changed. To me, I walk into this house now and I don't see it so much as this nasty old 100-year-old home. I see it as a place that's about to be wrapped up that's gonna look really nice. But I wanna show you guys how I taped this joint all the way through here. Never done it before. I tried like 3 different ways and couldn't figure anything out, and then I looked for a product at Home Depot, couldn't find anything, so here's what we settled on. Our paper tape here. We're gonna take one side of it and leave it whole. We're gonna take the other side and score it every 1.5 inches, 2 inches or so. What that allows you to do is slowly create a bit of a bend, and each one of these pieces here overlaps the next, just like so. This is a pretty tight radius right here, and we were still able to pull it off pretty clean.